Hello everyone and welcome back to the Double View Bowls Club, where we have round 3 action of the Bowls WA Rainbow Versatility pairs. It's still a perfect day. There's a bit more breeze coming in now, but and we have a fantastic match. It's we have actually had a change to this team. We didn't let our scoreboard attendants know, but this team has changed. So Cooper is not here, and that is Rollings instead. So probably should have told Dean that. So. So Cooper is out, and it is Rollings, Rollings. So it is Mark Rollings and Eddie Gollan to take on Anthony Burnham and Rhiannon Manahai. And this should be a great match again, showcasing the wonderful inclusion in our sport. Of course, Eddie, one of our WA Para Nationals members that was over there just a few weeks ago. And Rihanna, one of our up-and-coming under-18s. Ken, welcome back.
Thanks, Clive. Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to this afternoon's games. Weather's perfect still. Bit of gentle breeze into us now. A little bit chilly, actually, when you get out of the sun. But, been a great day so far.
Yeah, very powerful message from Danielle Laidley at lunchtime. We're hoping to have Danielle join us for a little while in commentary during this match. So... yeah, really wonderful. And the reception received at the end of her talk was quite sensational.
Yeah, normally you just get the obligatory 10 seconds of clapping if the person spoke, but well, that was a good 45 seconds, wasn't it?
Was.
At least. So and really heartfelt. So certainly a couple of people come up to me after the lunch and the talk, and are quite emotional. To be honest.
Emotional, yes.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Then proceeded to have a couple of bowls on the rink in front of us, and
landed one right next to it.
Plonk. Thanks very much. Forget about AFL, Danny. Bloody hell, should play bowls. And a left-hander too.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, there's Eddie. There's so the players are subjected to trying to find it straight away. Not always the easiest of tasks.
Mark Rollings with his first. No, he's backed off. You know he's backed off because it's not his bowl. Anthony Burnham for his first post-lunch ball. Pretty short end they're playing at the moment. Anthony is really close. Very close, but he's perfectly picked the hole. Now Mark Rollings. Backhand of obviously this rink we've been broadcasting from all day. Certainly a narrow hand. The backhand, hard to say going away from the clubhouse, but I guess from a north to south direction. Very narrow this morning. Interesting to see how it plays this afternoon. Anthony with his second bowl. And is close. Mark suggesting he should swing around to the forehand, which he's done. He just sneak through there. That will count. Suggest they might be holding 4, possibly 5. The 2 orange bowls might be in the count.
First hand could prove crucial. For those watching along, we are back to the 3-bowl pairs format.
Oh, I think Anthony's just
the ledge,
flown the head there. I think he might be drawing for a full count, Clive. First up, may well be drawing for 6. Saves.
Don't think he's there.
Might have saved a few blushes from the opposition.
Yeah. Well, as we say, without the roll up, there is always that little bit of a challenge. It looks like it is going to be 5, I think.
Gone to the yellow. Yep, they're all in. Those ones are almost certain.
One might not be. It is just. So it is 5.
5 it is.
Yeah, 5 first end.
Blue.
Yep. And Golan just needs a double L in his name. All right, we'll kick Ken out for a little while. And we welcome in Danielle Laidley into commentary. How are you, Danielle?
I'm very well, thank you. Beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky.
I tell you what, you just showed us how it's done there in the break with a very nice delivery landed about a foot away from the jack. You've been happy with that?
Yeah, very happy. I'm glad it got caught on film.
Yes.
So anyone who challenges me on that, I can just show them the footage.
We will send you the footage so that you can show that. Look, a fantastic, very good shot here, and what a great bowl after Rihanna did a great job with her first. There we go. There we are on camera. So very good. A fantastic presentation at lunchtime, I've got to say. Very powerful, and I think the reaction that you got from the crowd would tell you that.
Yeah, look, it's every time I talk, and I do it.
Shot. Look at that. Oh.
She's a superstar, that young lady.
Yeah, she is.
Isn't she? Absolutely. Yeah, I do a lot of this sort of stuff, a lot of corporate speaking, a lot of training, and I always feel very privileged that people will give me an ear, which I'm lucky enough to be able to have platforms like this.
Great shot in reply from Eddie.
To tell my story, but also to educate people in a way that's very simplistic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you know that what I took out of your talk was, you know, is people having a think about the impact that they have on others from their actions, and always remembering that there's a person behind everything that you do and say. There's a person behind it, you know, and I think sometimes that's forgotten in some of these issues.
Yeah, and no, I think because our society is so fast-paced and that sort of stuff, sometimes things may come out which don't they don't mean to.
Yep.
And, you know, we run disability houses, you know, and we tell our workers all the time, see the person, not the disability.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's and look, as much as the work that Bowls WA is doing is in the LGBTQIA plus space and the senior space is another part of the wonderful grant that we've got through the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries and LotteryWest. As much as we're working in that space, we're really working in inclusion in general, and it's about looking at your community and saying who's out there in the community that we can welcome into our club to make our club a better place, and to provide that safe space and that home for people out there that are looking for either a social outlet or a sporting opportunity or any of those.
Yeah, and you know, I think community sports in Australia is the backbone of our society.
It certainly is.
You grow up.
It's who we are, isn't it?
Yeah, you grow up. You learn so much. You form great relationships. There's a sense of belonging, and you know, I just think the more inclusive that we can make it. People want to belong.
Yes.
You know, they want to be loved, and they want to give love, and I think that's so incredibly important. And the more we can do it at community sport level, is going to be better for the whole of society.
It just ingrains itself in culture then, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right, well, a couple of shots here. So Anthony wasn't far away with his last. He's just confirming with Rihanna what she'd like him to play. So she's just indicated it's 2 or 3 down. So Anthony needs to come up with something special here after they drop 5 on the first end. Always a challenge after a nice lunch and all that sort of stuff to come out and get close.
Get your eye in straight away.
Absolutely. And he's not far away, just needs to negotiate the front. That's a very good shot. What a bowl from Anthony Byrne. Oh, brilliant. Under all sorts of pressure. Comes up with the shot.
I had a chat with Anthony at lunchtime.
Yes.
And he was saying to me in the morning session that he wasn't pulling his weight. Well, that certainly changed with that bowl.
And it was interesting to see that you've run into people here that you know as well, haven't you? You talked about knowing Steve Novak from cricketing days. It's a small world.
Yeah, well, he walked up to me and he goes, I won't tell you my name. He goes, but we know each other. And he gave me his scorecard and it had Novak on it. And I've gone, Steve Novak. Steve Novak was the most ferocious speed demon when we were growing up playing for WA. He was an amazing opening bowler for WA.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. That just shows that what our sport offers as well, because we know for a lot of people, you know, we've got Rihanna here who's discovered the sport at a young age, but not everyone discovers our sport at a young age. For some people, we're their next sport. You know, we're the sport that they play when they've had enough of a footy or a cricket, or the body starts to tell them they can't quite keep up in those sports anymore. Bowls is that perfect competitive outlet for those people with that competitive mindset.
Well, it was really interesting. Donna's dad, who's now 81, he started playing at 75. And in his first year, he won the best first year player at 75.
Awesome, how good's that?
75-year-old
rookie.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. And you know what? It's Donna's mum had passed away, and you know, in essence, it saved his life.
It's a new home.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and now he's at his bowls club down in Mandurah, just about every day.
There's so many people that can relate to that story. 5-1 the scoreline at the moment. Just Dane will just pop that on the scoreboard for us. Yep. And there's so many people that can relate to those kind of stories, and that the safe haven that are bowling clubs and the welcoming nature that our clubs have. So that's what we're all about here today. Is highlighting that society has changed in a lot of ways, but the things people are after haven't necessarily changed. They just love a place that feels like home. They love a place where they feel accepted for whatever their beliefs and their background. That's what our clubs can provide.
Yeah, it is, and right, it hasn't changed. It's a very simplistic way of life, and I look around here today and in the lunchroom. Even today, it's such a diverse, crowd. Yes, there's the older, more mature, experienced players. There's younger players. There's people with disabilities. There's a whole range of people from the rainbow community, and this is exactly why we're doing days like today, and spreading the word. So all bowls clubs, all community sporting organisations, people can be themselves.
It's a common bond, isn't it?
Yes.
The common bond's the sport, and then you celebrate people's differences, and that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah, that's right. And the facts are, the more diverse range of people that you can bring in, everyone's got a story. You can learn so much off different people and their backgrounds and their journeys. A lot of people today could have stood up there for half an hour like I did and tell their story, and we would take one or two things away from it. And I think storytelling is a wonderful way to educate.
Yeah, it's very well said. Very well said. Anthony now, can he come up with something here? He wasn't far away with his last. He was just, what we've seen so far is this is, you mastered this tight side of the green, but it's been a tricky little side of the green for people to nail, and you jumped out there with your first bowl and put one right next to it. So that's the sporting talent. Not far away, not quite going to get down on that breezy double view as it is. We know how the wind works here in Perth, and it's starting to blow through a bit now. Quite a calm morning.
Yeah, well, we're only probably 800 metres from the beach, so
that's one of the beauties of Perth. You're never far from the beach. So, all right, last bowl here for Mark Rawlings, and just going to park in the area. Now, is that going to count? It needs to pull up. Looks like it probably has. I think that's dropped in for a couple. We'll just check how many that is, then we might let you... just one. Just one it is to Rawlings and Gollan. Look, we might let you go, Danielle, but thank you so much for what you've brought to our day. You've brought something special to our day. You, as I said to you inside, you spoke with honesty and with passion, and I think everyone in there has either learnt something or they're going to go away and it's going to make them think.
Well, I hope so.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Eddie Gollan. To start us off on the fourth end. Started off well, just a metre past with the first, and now Rihanna nailed it in this direction last time. Looks like she's just missed the weight slightly there, but that's all right. It's the beauty of three-bowl pairs. You get a couple of chances to make up for it. So great to see a couple of our young under-18s immersing themselves in this event. As we welcome back Ken Pride.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
How are you? Interesting chat with
yeah,
Danny.
absolutely, and just a fantastic message for us to be focusing in on today. Yep. Yeah, fantastic. Well, Rihanna with a nice correction there. After missing the weight with the first, she nailed the weight with the second to draw the shot. And Eddie, as we talked about, so Eddie, great shot.
Well played.
Eddie's showing, a couple of the things that are inclusive about our sport. So number one is the prosthetic leg, and then he's also using a bowling arm. So different ways that people can still engage with our sport, regardless of necessarily physical attributes or anything along those lines. As Rihanna comes up with a nice bowl as well, just drifts across, but very handy couple of bowls after she missed with the first. So good to see that she can find that correction. I'm sure she's a little bit nervous being on the live stream.
Well, she wasn't too bad.
She looks like she's enjoying herself, which is the main thing.
The last time they're going this direction,
yeah,
she
nailed
was
it.
absolute two. Couldn't bowl at that from 5 feet away, let alone best part of 30 metres.
And good to see Mark Rawlings give her a high five as he went past as well. That's the spirit this one's being played in. It is for there is ranking points and so forth on the line here, but it's most of all it's a day of great spirit and that's what we've seen so far.
Reminds me a little bit, which I think is the best event I play in every year, is the Internations.
Yep.
Which, again, it's, even though there's a little bit of prize money involved today, it's not for Internation. It's just about having a great day with your mates, a bit of fun, bit of good old-fashioned sledging.
Oh, great shot there from
That's
Mark
an
Rawlings.
absolute ripper.
And credit to Mark, he came in as a replacement player this morning because Eddie's partner Dave Cooper couldn't make it. So Mark's come in and he's doing a great job. Is Anthony going to drop underneath here? He is. He's very close. Anthony Burnham. Boom, great shot.
Thank you very
Brilliant
much.
shot.
Well played, sir.
And Anthony, another one. We had Kelly on earlier on that's done a lot of work with the under-18s. Anthony, another one that's done so much work with the under-18s. Of course, his young bloke, Dante, I still say has one of the best deliveries in the sport. Fantastic young man. Now, is this one going to hold up? Looks like it's just going to drop under. Very close.
It's not difficult to have a great delivery when you're 3'2", though.
Yeah. He's a bit bigger these days. He's a bit taller these days.
Close to the ground. No, he's a cracking little bloke. He's takes his bowl seriously and improving every time he comes out on the track. He's getting better and better. Yeah,
certainly is, and just another one of the family aspect of bowls. So fantastic.
Oh, you're right, Anthony. Basically, he was the assistant coach with Kelly Ray and manager for the youngsters, which is a massive amount of. Responsibility is the word I'm looking for when you're taking youngsters away.
Just a cracking bloke.
Yeah.
Well, just a really good guy. So,
yep.
Again, Mark on the charge here. He's very close to piecing this one out. Just missed.
My Lord.
Any contact would have been interesting, although the back edge of it probably wasn't a great result for him. He might have found himself too down with the back edge, but Anthony can play this with confidence. Doesn't hurt if he turns his own bowl once.
Yeah, it turns right. Squeeze the jack. He'd probably well, depending on where this bowl goes, could make 3. He's not far away. Clive is a bit high.
No, he's very close. He is very close. Oh, just nudged the jack as he went past. And it will be one. And they are, well, the double their score. 6-2 now, the scoreline. We'd expect from what we learnt in the first round that we'd play roughly 15 ends here. And once again, we've got the clock on the screen for you. Reminder that we don't play any prescribed number of ends. We are playing to the clock, so it's the number of ends you can get in within the time period.
I mean, to look at the halfway mark, Clive, just to see who was leading the field.
We might see if we can get, I think they were still being updated because lunchtime was a busy time.
Indeed,
so
yep.
We might see if we can get Aaron Clark to go and get us a copy of the leaderboard when it's ready. And we'll be able to put that up on the screen for you.
It's interesting, you talk about Steve Novak during, obviously when talking with Danny. Isn't it amazing? Steve Novak, was he a rampant fast bowler in the day?
Yes.
I've been around cricket a lot. I have worked 10 years at the Wacker, but I must admit I've never heard of Steve as a cricketer.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So
it doesn't surprise you when you know him because there's a competitive streak there without a doubt in Steve Novak. There is no doubt about it. The competitive streak is there.
Well, I must catch up with him, see if he went on to grade cricket or how far he actually went with his cricket career, or whether just went straight back into bowls at a younger age.
Arena had the weight with her first. Just need to be a little bit wider. She's found a bit more width here. Oh, got a little slide off the front.
Good shot.
Very handy. It's great to see Anthony bring Rihanna along into the competition, and it's just exciting to see young players finding their way in the sport, discovering our sport. I know she's very popular at Midland Morrison. They're very proud.
Well, I was going to say, obviously it's through the juniors because Anthony from Harvey.
Yes, that's where that certainly is where the link is. Right, Eddie with his final attempt on this, the fifth end of the match.
Touch high.
He needs to get down inside that one. He's going to crash and no results. So there is our leaderboard as we speak. So we might have a couple of things hidden behind the score there. But so we've got a few teams that have won all of their games. We'll leave that up just for a moment as we just have a look. So we've got...
What was our first game this morning, Clive? Because that was a big margin this morning.
Burnham and Manor High 7-14, 9-12 in their matches. And we've got Rawlings and Gollan. They have won both of their matches. So important match for them. Pervin and Clark also on.
Won them pretty handily as well, it looks.
Yeah, Crowell and Bolton that won their first game, they lost their second.
Aha, all right.
A great shot here from Anthony. Yeah, very nice. Of course, Anthony Burnham also he did a 24-hour bowls challenge in Harvey. He's a great mate of Calvin Rogers, and he did a 20. He's done two of them actually. 24-hour bowls challenges to raise money for. Initially it was Rolling for Rog, which was Calvin Rogers, and he's also done another one. So he's not one that isn't willing to step out and help others, which is fantastic.
24 hours?
Yes.
I had 21 ends yesterday and I still can't walk today. It's 24 hours. Wow, that's quite extraordinary.
He's in the area again. I tell you what, he's very close again. Well played. Another one in the zone. Not sure if it's two, but it's definitely still one to the yellow bowl. So they got caught on the hop on the first end, but they've certainly been in it other than that. Always dangerous with no roll-up. That's part of the fun of it, isn't it, Ken?
Throw them to the wolves.
If you haven't had a roll-up, you change over 3 down. Good luck. You can get it.
Big lunch.
Big lunch.
Big lunch. Feeling a bit tired and get chucked on the synthetic in front of the cameras. Off you go. It's pretty sharp here, Clive. You can just get under the orange bowl.
Yeah, doesn't want to roll that.
That's a shame.
Oh dear. Just got caught on the outside a little bit and
pretty good line here. We know this hand is relatively straight.
It's more the pace that's the issue, I think.
Yeah, which is dying pretty quickly.
So it will be 1 to Rawlings and Gollan, and they lead it 7 shots to 2.
Cracking bowl, first bowl, Eddie looking to replicate this. Anything behind the head is going to be beneficial. I just think he's going to pull up a little shy. Bowler's right on the jack. That is actually not a bad spot with her first bowl. It's the angle the bowl and the jack is on. It'll probably kick to her, but does need some connection. Not far away here either. Just climb around the front one. No, it won't.
And the weight was perfect.
Weight was absolutely perfect.
It was perfect to give it multiple chances of giving it a little bump or just passing. With the bowl on the front of the jack, it's going to be really important just to get a bowl past.
This is a little bit swift. from Eddie. Might lose it in. There is a lip there we know about.
There is, and it stayed. Yep.
Hung on the lip. Now, see if
Rihanna can get it done. She's giving it the weight to give it a chance again.
I think she's got better height, Clive.
Tell you what.
This is very, very good shot.
What a great shot. Oh, that is a great shot. Well played. Just worked its way around as well. I think that's made shot. Yeah, good to see again. Good celebrations there. Good support.
Pretty sure I think Danny said he had to go at 2 o'clock, but I think he's found bowls and I'm not going anywhere.
I think,
sitting up in the chair behind the cameras.
Yeah, it's hard not to love our community. And the vibe that's just going around the event is just really positive, Ken.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's an education for Bowls WA as well, Clive. Not only the people that are playing here, so just to see how successful it's been. Never quite sure these new ventures and new ideas and projects how they're going to go, but it's been terrific.
There's Danny on screen, watching along, sitting right alongside the rink. As I said, I mean that hand's quite tricky on this ditch side, and I said to Danielle, I said, you didn't know any of that. You just got on and drop one straight on.
Yes.
That must look good going through there, mate. Going through here, you'll either get that or you'll get it.
Of course, all of these players playing on the synthetic for the first time today. They've been on the grass all morning. Transitioning to the synthetics, always a challenge.
Anthony would love to just pick the jack up here and tuck it around the corner.
Yeah, get it to some safety. He's played well so far. He's out in a good line.
He's going to hold. Got the legs, not quite. Or has it?
Oh, there's a super effort. Super effort.
Gee, a foot of each, and that would have tucked it around the corner, made it really hard for Mark Rawlings. The opening is there.
A little bit more attacking.
Certainly got some legs on this, Clive.
Oh, he's close. Oh, he's got the jack belly. What a shot.
That is a cracker.
Very good shot, and this is going to be hard. This is going to be really hard for Anthony to get to.
The pathway still there through that hole. It might have to take some weight, wouldn't it?
He'll be ripping away. I think he's coming down to have a look. There is a forehand shot there, but he's going to have to get that right. Probably needs to know how many he's down, whether it's 1 or 2 to start with. What I like here is he's come down and he's discussing the shot with Rihanna. Now, for her development, that's really important.
Yep.
So, come down and explain what he's thinking about, what's going into the mindset. Make sure she's happy with the shot that he's going to play, and then he'll go back and play.
I think he suggested a shot to her, and she goes, "You got to be kidding me." No, I don't think she did that. I think it's backhand down through that port that Mark played his previous bowl. Obviously, needs to be a little quicker for it to hold up. Yep.
Yep, that's the way he's played it.
Backhand it is.
So a searcher. He needs to get round the front to start with. I think he's going to collide. Just caught an edge, so, well, that will make sure it's definitely only 1 anyway, you would think. They might. Yeah, 1 it is. Yeah. So, 8 shots to 2 is the lead to Mark Rawlings and Eddie Gollan. Fantastic to have, quite a few people along to, from different organisations to see what's been happening today, and they've all been, I think, enthralled with what they've seen.
No, absolutely great representatives from various agencies, including state government, and
yes,
DLGSC, which is fantastic. Sport
Yep.
West, as you said. No, it's been a good day. There's no if, buts, or maybes about that. Better than the Queensland one, isn't it, really? Better than the Queensland event already. left them in the shade.
Hopefully they've had some nice weather up there for their event as well. I'm sure their event won't be far off completion now with the extra 2 hours added on.
Good shot here at Clive.
Absolutely.
That is a cracker.
Nudges
She is playing well.
Fantastic.
Really playing well. Bang.
Oh, nice reply here from Eddie as well. Oops, up onto the jack. That'll do. Well, I think that'll do. It's close. Yeah, just the one. So, see if Rihanna can come up with another great shot. Tell you what, she needs to hang on. That's all. Weight's good again. Just going to drop away. Wasn't far away though, and the right sort of idea. Just land the bowl, little nudge of the jack.
Here's the call from Skipper Burnham. Just push that bowl through, make 3.
Rihanna's support crew sitting alongside there.
A drop for her, not quite. Perfect weight for the shot.
Yep, riding every bowl, those two. Plenty of encouragement.
Yep, there's claps from the spectators.
Anthony just said, I'm being carried. So you were backing all these sides to win 4 games, Ken. There was only about 3 or 4 that have won 2.
Quite strange, isn't it?
Yeah,
I thought,
just the way it works.
Yeah, I thought it would, well, I would have thought there would have been 4 or 5 perhaps. There would have won.
That have won 2 at the moment?
Well, 4 or 5 would have won all of them. Not even close. Well, looks the way we're going, there'll be no sides that have win all 4.
Yeah, there wasn't many that have won both their games.
So that a draw could be useful today.
It could.
3 wins and a draw might be enough.
Well, Anthony, what he's done there is he didn't quite get what he's after, but he's just widened the target a little bit.
Holding shot needs to be pretty delicate here, Mark, doesn't he? That's a good shot.
Yeah, well, Anthony's going to be chasing that ball now. He wants to sit that out. Sit it out, you make 2 or 3. Wasn't far away with his last. Tell you what,
Rana's having a good look.
what's he got? Wow, he just clipped Rihanna's bowl out. He's
One
been
in, one out.
one either side of it, one either side. There's Jen and Denise. Donna Leckie there as well, Danielle's partner there. Jen and Denise working hard, organising the event today from Bowls WA.
Interesting speaking with Donna a little while ago, Clive, while you were with
Jen's partner,
Danny.
Jen there as well. Yep.
In that she's worked with Stocklands.
Yes. Yeah, we worked out that we actually have met.
Yeah, and it was just interesting that the second part of the grant that we've got, of course, is working with lifestyle villages. And
Yes.
so she, very close here.
Oh, he's right in the zone. He's just gone the other side again.
The lifestyle villages. So obviously the second part of our project being to try and encourage the linking of clubs with those villages that have got, particularly ones that have got bowling greens.
Yes.
And that was exactly the sort of the area that she was working with Stocklands.
Yes, I met with Donna at the Affinity Stockland Village. We nutted it out earlier on because Donna said to me, I recognise you. Just shows you how small a world it is. So 9-2 the current scoreline in favour of Mark Rollings and Eddie Gollum. But yeah, it's a small world, that's for sure. And what a great jack roll from Eddie. Underrated skill, Ken, rolling the jack. Won't see much of that at the BPL.
No. No, indeed. I think it's an important part of the game. See a lot of games where you're going ditch to ditch if you're struggling, or then you throw it back to a minimum length end. It's if you can't roll that jack to where it needs to be, it can be a game changer.
It's one of those aspects of our sport. There's a great shot here from Eddie.
Follows his jack roll up with the bowl.
It's one of the aspects of our sport that you don't appreciate until you get someone that's really good at it. And there's so many times when you're 5 or 6 ends in and you're winning a certain length, and then the length changes because you roll the jack wrong or you put the jack in the ditch. Great effort there from Rihanna and a very nice home. And it can change the outcome of a game.
Yeah, absolutely. But you said how important it is for a person to be able to roll it, and the flip side, not great if you're leading and you can't roll the jack to where your skipper wants it to go.
Eddie needs this one to run. It's not far away. It's a good bowl. Rihanna doesn't really need to lose anything off her first. She's given it the chances that it needs.
I love the weight here.
This might be going to drop though. Needs to hang around now. Just didn't quite hold on. Great effort.
Where's the lip?
Does it get the save?
The lip.
Oh, made it over it.
Up and over.
Mark looking after us, making sure he gives us a view of what's going on. Well, sits alongside. I mean, it's a good bowl. Sits alongside a little. That's going to look quite inviting from the mat end.
He doesn't want to be scared here. The other one did flop into the ditch, but doesn't want to pull this one up short. And she hasn't. I think the weight's there. What's the line like, Clive?
And it looks tight again. Just needs to hold on. Just going to dive away. The weight was good. The intent was there and the weight was good.
Yep. I thought she may have pulled up a little short after putting the last one in the ditch, but no, it was well played.
And we have seen that, that hand in terms of finding that line is just a little tricky to find. It's probably seemed like it's been better in this direction in terms of turning. Certainly up the other way, perhaps a little bit more exposed to breeze and just holding off. And the thing is, we tend to look at it and say, oh, the green's holding off. What it sometimes is the wind's just blown at the point that it just changes your bowl direction slightly and you don't get any turn. It's not always that there's anything there on the green. It's where the wind hits you. Well, Anthony won't be short. I think we can be certain of that. I think he's going to be giving himself a chance to land here, at least second shot.
It didn't come out quite as well as Anthony would have liked.
I think there was an as he let it go.
However,
but he's not far away. What's he got here? Great shot. He's
got the...
It's good spirit. They're both having a bit of a laugh.
Yes, the thud you may have heard in the loudspeaker was actually Anthony's bowl hitting the ground, so you're worrying.
Look, there's no room on the scorecard for how you did it.
No. Let's see if he can drop it again, get it wobbly away.
I tell you what,
he's pretty good, Clive.
He is pretty good. Little bit of contact. Oh, just snuck his way through.
Somehow slid through there.
I tell you what, it does provide opportunity. I think he's going for this. Jack in the ditch isn't great if the bowl doesn't follow. Oh, he's on the attack. Needs to get under the front. Oops. Well, that is a fortunate result.
Oh.
And Mark's got his hands up at the other end of the green. That is fortunate. That bowl up onto Jack would have been very ugly. Well, this won't be short. No chance this bowl's short. Danger here is out deep.
Yeah, that's where I think he's hung it.
All right, well, is that going to be 3? Yes. 3 it is. A little fortunate, as Mark acknowledged, but and give him credit, he'd acknowledged that straight away. It really could have gone anywhere. So 12-2, the scoreline after 8 ends. We've got 28.5 minutes left on the clock in round 3. Still one more round to come after this.
2-4-2. I mentioned Clive,
Steve
the last
Novak
round.
that we were talking about will be actually on the live stream in the last game. So
there we go.
with Cameron Green, they'll be taking on Brad Pearce and David Cosgrove from right here at Doubleview. Two of the people that have done some nice work for us today and in the lead up to this event.
Another president.
Yes.
We've had one on today, a deputy president. We've had the whole lot. Two presidents and a deputy president. Excellent. Played this hand quite well, Clive. The youngster. Played it well again. You know, just dropping, just fading away a touch.
So we actually didn't really mention BPL Cup earlier on either, Ken. We hinted at it, but so BPL Cup also during the week starts on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes.
Yep.
First games are 3 p.m. Brisbane time on Tuesday.
2 teams there. Of course, yourself with Ross Breslin, Helen Morse, and Justin Opie. And the Osborne Park team of Ryan Brown, Jeremy Thomas, and Connor Biddle. And is Doug heading over as well or not?
No. Doug's staying home. He was
a member of that team.
He was, yes. Ready to play and ready to go, but I think
they've opted to go elsewhere.
Well, I think sitting on the tractor might be the exercise for the next few weeks for Doug.
Yeah. Yep.
So he declined the opportunity, which is a shame because, as we are both well aware, it is the best bowls prize for any West Australian.
I reckon so. Yep. Can't disagree with that.
So, yep, you and I both on the plane, 5 to 6 tomorrow morning. Quick zip over to Brisbane, 20 past 12 land. You'll be straight into the commentary side of things as we get
not
ready.
Not on Monday. Yeah, not on Monday.
Dodged Monday?
Yeah, Tuesday night is when I get in there into the Fox Sports and KO coverage. But I'll be onto the stats. I'll be looking after the stats side of things on Monday. As Mark's searched high and wide with that one and not going to get back. I reckon that side of the green feels like it should be wide, but it's not perhaps as wide as people think. A little bit of protection around with the breeze and maybe a little bit of bounce off the clubhouse that maybe changes it a little bit. Now, is this one going to come home for Anthony? Even that's stayed a bit, hasn't it? And not really got back. It's getting back late. Certainly in the conversation for shot.
Yeah, interesting comp this year, the BPL Cup, a little bit different time-wise. All the games are in the evening, which makes it a longish day, of course. But
well, with all the rinks taken up during the day because of the expanded competition, the evening's about the only place left to play it. So it does change things a bit as Anthony just drifts across here. And, well, he landed. That's definitely, I think that would have get it back to second shot as Danielle Laidley and Donna Leckie there still around. They're loving the bowling club, it is for sure.
Yeah, no, it's interesting the time. A bit of a shame too, because you're quite right. The extra 2 teams makes a really, really busy program during the day games. Unfortunately, playing in the evening, we're often playing the same time as the BPL on the TV rink. So I think out of the 3 nights, 2 of the nights we're playing exactly the same time as the Perth Suns, which is a touch disappointing. Certainly want to go and watch the big guns play when we can.
For the record, I'll be watching the Perth Suns, so just let you know.
Well, disappointing, Clive.
Well, I have to commentate it.
Could have come and commentated the BPL Cup.
I guess that's an option. Yeah. I might just be bitter because I missed out by half a jag.
I know there's some good sides in the cup. Last year's winners,
Darren Morrison.
Yes. Are back again for one of the New South Wales sides, and then the really strong side is actually from the home club, Pine Rivers, with Master Hewson, who actually played for
Aaron Hewson,
the Queensland side, or the Brisbane side, in the BPL itself. He's actually got through in the BPL Cup, as well as, now the name's going to escape me now, their old coach, who used to be coaching the Brisbane side.
Alex Murtaugh.
They're a little bit older than that.
Oh, Michael Breen.
Michael Breen, thank you.
Right.
Well done. So he's in that same side as well, so playing for Pine Rivers, so blimey. It's gone up a few cogs this year.
Certainly has. Just the 12 teams this year?
12 teams, 2 sections of 6. So 5, obviously, preliminary games, and then a semi-final and final.
And of course, Ken, the reminder in all of that is next year when BPL Cup rolls around, generally held, qualifying rounds generally held between about May and August here in WA. Get yourself a team. The only rule around it really is that you have to all be from the one club. It's completely open gender, so it can be anyone you like, but it does have to be all from the one club. Get yourself a team, enter a BPL Cup qualifier, as Rihanna is right on track with this. Great starter. Well played. Yeah, get yourself in a team. The very least you get is a fun day at the qualifier, because it's a fun format to play. And Ken, you might find yourself on a plane to Brisbane to play for a national title.
Absolutely. As I said, it's the best prize for Western Australia. It's not great if you're from Brisbane, of course. You're not going too far.
No, but they do get a trip. In fairness, the Queensland winners get to go to the Moama BPL.
I do remember, I think it was last year, we were also fortunate to go. We were playing a team from Kallangur. And I thought, goodness, that sounds an awful long way away. So we actually asked the fellow, so whereabouts in the country is Kallangur?
10 minutes away.
And he said about 5 minutes down the road.
Great shot here. Wow, right in the zone. I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing from, it's a 13-2 scoreline, but I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing by the 3 gents on this rink in terms of the way they're supporting Rihanna through this match. It's impressive.
And Clive, so they should. She's playing well.
Yes, she is.
She is, pretty experienced player in Eddie Golden. Been around the traps for a long time, both here and obviously playing for WA and national events and so on. And she's taking it right up to Eddie, no doubt about that. This is just going to fall fractionally under the head. But again, good weight. Her weight control has been really quite exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she's enjoying herself too. Now, I mentioned, good question, I suppose. I mentioned she'd be playing Saturday afternoons, bowls. I guess she should be at school on the Tuesdays with the ladies, of course. So, but Saturday afternoon, I imagine playing in the open gender side. I don't know if Midland Morrison have got a girls side or not.
Bo only just spotted your comment, but did I hear correctly that Cam Green and Novak will be on the stream next? Yes, you did. They will be up next. That game will start at around about 3:15. start, around about 3:15 and conclude at 4:30.
Sound effects from A2 then?
Yeah, he just wants to be on the stream, just wants to be heard.
Scraping the chair.
I can't get my voice on, so I'll scrape a chair on the ground.
Yeah. Fingers down the blackboard stuff there.
No, he's done a fine job today as well. I'm sure he's got some fantastic images. Some of them are posted already on the Facebook page. All right, Anthony's crouched in behind this, looking for it to get down to the jack. It's just on the outside. Just needed it to move slightly. It looks like it's going to be another 1 on the board. So just it's been a game of ones, really. I mean, the big scores, there's been 2 ends which haven't been ones, a 3 and a 5, and that's where this margin comes from. Everything else has been ones.
Yep. Yeah, again, one of those games where the margin really doesn't tell the tale of the competitiveness of the match.
So yes, that match coming up, Cam Green and Steve Novak against Brad Pearce and David Cosgrove. I think that'll be a really good game. All Premier League players, so it'll be a good one to watch.
We'll have a quick check in the break as to what that match might mean in terms of place getters and so on.
Yeah, well, all of the scores are posted on our Facebook page, all of the up-to-date scores. So, just checking that, Ken. There's about 8 sides that have won both their games. And coming into this round, Pearce, Cosgrove and Novak Green are 2 of those. So it could be a massive last game. And I can tell you that Pearce Cosgrove are actually leading the competition at the moment. They are 2 wins plus 23. And Pervin and Clark are 2 wins plus 22.
Yeah.
So
If my eyes don't deceive me, I think they're playing the Bolton side, who are on the...
They are, Bolton and Crowell. They're playing them right now.
Who are on the...
Tell you what, it might be getting a bit tricky as well, because that breeze is starting to really whip through.
Because they're on the stream, of course, in game 1 this morning.
Alright, so there's a little bit of room here for Rihanna to capitalise now. Eddie just a bit wayward with his bowls on this end. I haven't seen much of that from him. And Rihanna now with a chance to drop one right on it. She might have also pushed out a bit deep. That's all. Well, actually, it was more the pace. The line was actually perfect. There's your scoreboard there. So as you can see, team number 23. Pearce and Cosgrove are leading with a plus 23 margin. Pervin and Clark with a plus 22 margin, and then a bit of a break to the rest of the perhaps Rollings and Gollan, who we are currently covering. It might be in 3rd place at the moment, I think.
With a nice healthy margin in this one already.
Yeah, so this could be a big outcome.
Just looking at the scoreboard of that other game we talk of.
Good shot here from Mark.
A bit hard to tell because they're actually not using a scoreboard, which is disappointing. Unless... No, they're not. No, haven't got a score up at all.
Mark with a nice draw shot there, and just tucked in behind the jack. Anthony says, well, if you can do it there, I'm going to try and do the same.
Clears that front.
He needs to clear the front. Either side of it will do now.
It was... I think he's all over that.
He set up a shot for himself. He's set up a shot for himself to chase that shot bowl out of there now. So this is an important bowl for Mark Rollings just to get in there.
Oh, where's the port that he needs? Probably back to a flat draw now. Clive, I'm not sure it's going to turn too much. on this hand, as we've talked about all day. It just
one
needs
of
to be
those.
shaving that orange bowl.
Yeah, it's one of those, that gap looks enticing, but it's going to be hard to find.
Let's push that one a little wide.
Yeah, I think that well was more, he was racing at the bowl, which is fair enough. There's a shot on there to get the bowl.
Rolling's looking to...
And in searching for that line, he's dropped it underneath. Looking to hold on and tried. I think Anthony will be playing something similar to his previous, looking for the bowl. Now, will this get down for him? It's just holding on that line. Not going to get back. And he's pushed another one up. I think that's probably two. Huh? Just one?
Just the
Oh,
one.
sorry, it was Rihanna's bowl.
Rihanna's bowl, white one, yeah.
Yep.
Just the one.
So 15-2 the scoreline after 11 ends. We've got 12 and a half minutes roughly left on the clock. Of course, we had a spider to start the day as well. Lee Barry, the winner of the spider this morning. Quite a conclusive win it was too. Sitting just under a foot away from the rainbow hat that was in the middle of the green. We have had hats made for this event. They've been very popular.
Eddie looking to make it two. First bowl probably only a foot past. This one looks much the same. No, that's the shot. Two. Rihanna looking to answer. Got a nice bowl. Oh, less than a metre behind the jacket already. I mentioned earlier, weight control has just been terrific.
The feedback we're getting, Ken, is that Pearson Cosgrove are leading that match over there 14-7.
That will make the this last one a big game for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Novak and Green are going. They're a bit too far away for us to tell. So look, we won't try too many guesses there. We'll keep an eye on that at the end of this round, and we'll be able to give you that. If not at the start of the final round, we'll be able to give you that very shortly into the final round. Exactly where things are poised now. Every reason to reach here for Rihanna, but she just dropped under that line again. It's just that tempting to play up tight on that line and just drops away. We've seen that consistently throughout the day. Finding that line up there with a little bit of weight has been a little bit tricky.
The wind now is probably gusting a little bit as well.
Yeah, so you can easily turn against it.
Certainly three fine shots from Eddie Golan. Triangle around the jack. Mark Rollings electing to go the slightly swinging backhand. Looks like he's going to go for a little bit of cover. Which he has. Gets back to the tee.
Almost a toucher on the tee.
Yep, here's a front. Now, Anthony would just love trail this a couple of metres. He's got the weight to do it.
He's very close to the jack.
got the weight
Little
to do
edge of
it.
the bowl back to the jack. Oh, very unlucky. Still, it's nicely set up.
They haven't had a lot of luck. Rihanna previously went through that hole.
He's short again. Is the call from Mark.
Well, the line's still there. He's almost got back onto the line to make it harder, but it's
The trail is
still on.
super value. Look, the body language says it's too wide. Runs into his own, no harm done.
It's another
In
catcher.
fact, nearly fell back for second shot. Hmm, 17-11 to Novak is what we're hearing.
High scoring game.
So it could be that we might have picked the crucial encounter for the last round. It certainly could make a big difference to the winners if it doesn't produce the winner.
Absolutely. Now, Anthony.
This is closer.
Working
this is
back.
super close. What a shot this is. Jack. And, well, the angle wasn't great in the end.
Gee, they could have made cracking 4 shots, and now they're measuring for the single.
It's
Wow,
got more at a 45-degree angle than straight down the line. It was a great shot. The measure is out. I don't think these ones are in. Or are they?
well, that looks the furthest away of them too. So I
that's-
think that's got to be in.
You picked that well, Ken.
Blimey.
It's looking like 2. 2 it is. Great shot from Anthony. And they double their score. They take their score up to 4. It is a 15-4 lead with 7 minutes ticking over on the clock left in this one. As we look across the other boards, there are a couple of tight ones as well. So people's fortunes might be decided in the last 7 minutes of this one. Now 7 minutes. Do we get 2 ends in here? It's going to be tight.
We get 15 the first time we played this format, didn't we?
Yep, we are on the 13th now.
Okay. Might fall 1 short.
We're definitely not getting to 15.
Now, what can Young be able to do first up? Stretched out the length. Made a fair fist of this, Clive.
Certainly has. We'll just drift across the front, but it's a good bowl.
That's a good bowl. Given there's probably another 4 or 5 metres further than previous.
Yeah, certainly.
Eddie persisting with this narrower forehand.
Well, I think we can certainly say that Round has let us know who she is, Ken, in this match.
Absolutely, yeah. I must admit I hadn't seen her before, and has been quite outstanding, really, in many senses, playing against a very experienced player.
Yeah, on the live stream rink as well, so the nerves that come along with that. I can certainly vouch for the nerves of playing on a live telecast or a live rink for the first time, Ken. It challenges you. There's no doubt about that, and that's another great shot.
Well played.
I remember my first BPL and people said to me, "Are you nervous?" I said, "No, not really." Got out in the rink and the hand was shaking to play that first bowl. Well, maybe I am.
Yeah, that's a good reply from Eddie. He's drifting away. Now, just a metre of grass. Tuck it around the corner. I think she's got the metre of grass here, Clive. Is it going to quite get there?
Not quite. And I was just about to say, and look, that bowl aside, I've been quite impressed with her weight control. She's generally been in the area that she's wanted to be in.
Yep.
You know.
I think particularly those shots that they've had a lot of, just try and sit a bowl or poke the jack through the hole. All of those shots weight have been spot on.
Randy's not short with this one. Has he got the jack? Just outside it. Stayed up at the back of the rink though, that bowl. One thing about Reese-Bock games is he always, with those weighted shots, it's always nice to stay up. Sometimes you can forget that and you overplay things and Oh, gee, that we would love to have a back bowl. You know, we haven't got one now because I just overplayed it. So one has stayed up at the back.
Yep. What's he going to do here? He's same as his playing partner. No. Going to throw it out there on the forehand. Look for it to swoop back under Eddie's bowl. A little bit of the jack. Kick that sideways would be mint.
3 minutes 20 and counting left on the clock.
Okay, right, we'll get this end in and one more on this game anyhow.
Well, unless there's a need to walk up to the head, which could change it, but we don't really expect that.
It's pretty good here, Clive. Going to clear the white.
Oh, it is. Oh, I thought he was round that.
So did I.
Just as I thought he was round it, he collected it. That one's a bit high and wide. That's probably the desire to stay off the front. Pushes you wide a little bit there. Two minutes and 10 seconds. At this point, it looks like we'll get another end in. The ruling is they actually have to have rolled the jack. The jack has to have left the hand. Just looking across the rest of the green, there's a couple of ends that have started. I reckon there's one group out there that might get caught as this is their last end.
Anthony got not enough height. Just drifting away.
All right, so last bowl on its way. I think we're safely going to get another end in here. Where's this going? Lesser measures required, of course. Oh, well, that might be a measure.
Let's have a look.
No, it is one to Manahai Burnham, so that's 15-5. We have a minute 10 left. So they'll safely get this jack down. There we go. That's all it needs. Even if it goes in the ditch, doesn't matter. We've started the end.
Interesting. Next door, they're still kicking bowls back. Not realising there's about
40 seconds
40
left.
seconds left. And there's the jack.
Yeah.
Fine bowl here from Eddie. Just played it very well this game.
There we go. The whistle has gone to conclude this round, so we will finish this end that we're on.
Mighty fine shot here, Clive. Just going to hang on. And dribble. Oh, that's a good shot.
I think we had one that was very close there. I was just looking over down the green. Ivan Perica was just putting his hands up, so do we play this or not? And the jack was just coming to a stop, so they must have just got the jack away. Well, this will be interesting because we haven't really seen Rihanna on this side of the green in this direction. Mainly been forehand.
Yes, yes.
So let's test you out. Have you been watching? Do you know where the line is?
a bit swift.
I think she's chosen to play a bit of weight. I think, and just overdone it there.
It's a shame that was her last bowl because she's had a cracking game.
She
really.
can be very happy with her game. Yep. And they're playing against two experienced players, Mark Rawlings and Eddie Gollan. I think the respect that's been shown right across the rink's been really great.
Yep, they've acknowledged the good work of the young lady.
Doesn't look like she's awfully impressed with her last bowl by the way she's walking down the green. But it's all a learning experience, and that's the beauty of these events. Is that you're playing something like this, and you get a bit of exposure on the live stream rink. You're better for it next time. All that sort of stuff, and you learn how to cope with that sort of stuff.
Here's an N killed. 2 rinks across.
So that'll be respotted. No such thing as a dead end today.
Now, can Anthony close to me, Clive?
Well, he can. I can tell you what he can.
Close to me.
Just dropping under.
Can he flick this? Oh, I thought he wanted to flick that sideways.
So a reminder, we'll be back at around 3:15 for the final round. And it could be a crucial final round as well, as Anthony just drifting under. And we know that Mark Rawlings and Eddie Gollan are going to be in the calculations as well. We know that. Right in the area here. Oh, what a great bowl.
It is a cracker. Still has popped the jack out. Now, can Anthony pick up something here?
Close,
jack.
just on the outside of the front.
Ooh.
All right, well, this will be the last bowl of this one. It's been a great display by Mark Rawlings and Eddie Gollan. They've been very good. I'm not sure the 15-5 quite does justice to Anthony Burnham and Round Manahide. I think they have been good, but it's going to be at least one. One gets removed. I think that was 2. Eddie's not looking at us, but I think that was 2 shots. We just would love to know the finish of the game. Anthony, how many was that, mate? 2. Yeah, 2 it was. So there we go. We got the final scoreline there.
Could be critical.
17-5, the final scoreline. Mark Rawlings and Eddie Gollan. We're about 15 minutes off round 4 here, so we will leave you from the Double View Bowling Club for now. Big thank you to the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries and LotteryWest for the Bowls WA Rainbow Versatility Pairs. Round 4 coming up in around about 15 minutes from now.
If you take one step, then you will be a little closer to your dream than if you stay just where you are. Keep that chin held up and fight your battles with your feet. And both bear, you'll find a I can feel the soft side right under the warm sun in his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Loud. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer, will I get closer? Will I get closer?
back to the W Bowling Club for the final round of the Rainbow Versatility Pairs. It's been a magnificent day. It is brought to you by the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries and LotteryWest, as well as Bowls WA. This is the final crucial round, and we have two unbeaten teams to play off in this one. Could not have scripted it any better, Ken Pride.
No, indeed, Clive. Two good sides too, clearly. On the ditch rink, a bit of breeze getting up, so this will test both sides, no doubt.
All right, so the sides we have for you, that's Cameron Green's bowl just going down there at the moment, the yellow bowl of Cameron Green. And he is leading against David Cosgrove. And the skippers with David Cosgrove, we've got Brad Pearce. And with Cameron Green, we have Steve Novak. So, yep, two very good sides here. We expect them to be quite competitive. No roll up, but they have played on this green before. So they played round one on this green. So every team now will be going back to the green that they started on in round one. So a little bit more familiar conditions. And, of course, we are back to the 2-4-2 format for this one. So, again, no real skipper and lead position so much in this one, because in two ends you basically play all four positions of a fours game.
And as we found out in round two, we got through about 10 ends from
About
memory.
10 ends, yep, so 9 or 10 ends.
You don't want to be dropping a number early.
No.
Not a lot of lead, a lot of scope to catch up.
So I know all of the results are being churned at the moment. Denise will be doing that, and once we've got an up-to-date table, we will put that up on the screen for you and let you know exactly where we stand. But if you've just joined us, we are playing to a time limit, so when we talk about that 9 or 10 ends, there's no prescribed number of ends for this one. We do it differently. We are simply playing to a time limit of an hour and a quarter. We do expect to have Stuart Aubrey, MLA, along at some point during this match. Is it going to run the journey? It's done enough for shot. So it's the blue and white bowl with the teaming with the yellow bowl against the orange and the I'm not sure what colour you would call.
Dirty colour.
Yeah, like
The dirty.
yeah, it's the white fruit tingles type
Yes.
colour. Mm. So Steve up on this tight hand, looking to find about a foot of weight on his last. It's about the same weight, if not just a little bit less. So just got stranded out there on that tight line. Of course, Doubleview would have been happy yesterday, Ken. They finally got themselves on the board in Premier League, defending their title, and hadn't won a rink going into yesterday, but they certainly got the job done.
Yeah, half a point out of a possible 16 is not how you'd like to start the season as a reigning grand finalist.
But I think what it's shown over the first few rounds of Premier League, Ken, is a lot of the teams are capable of beating each other. And that's set for a healthy competition. Looking to get under now.
It's a good shot
A
here.
little touch would do. Yeah, it's well played.
Just to see Steve's grip of his bowl really,
The thumb doesn't do much, does it?
well, really set back in the palm of
Yeah.
his hand. A lot of players play with their fingers and try and get a little bit of overspin and so on, but his is really set back in his palm.
Now, it's Brad finding a way through here. Oh, he's rolled their own bowl up. That'll be second. Of course, Brad Pearce, the president here at Doubleville, and an excellent president he is too. And David Cosgrove, one of the hard-working members of this club as well, does a lot of work, a power of work.
Just sneak around, will it count? I think it will. No, maybe not.
No, definitely only one at the moment. That bowl of David Cosgrove would be the second shot at the moment. Two 4-2 just tests out the flexibility of your pairing. in terms of being able to play all the shots. Every shot on offer in a game of 2-4-2 pairs. This one's going to just drop onto the front. What's it doing with that? Well, potentially is no harm done because there was a little move of the jack. It may still only be one. I know we've gone on about it, Ken, but what a superb day. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You can't control the weather, and it's been brilliant.
Yeah, they've been blessed today, thank goodness.
Especially in November, you can never be quite sure what you're going to get. That's a good bowl. Oh, boy, there's a target, though. I don't know how many times we're going to call him David. I think we've got to call him Cozzy. Cozzy is on the way, but he is on the tight side here. And no result there. Steve Novak would have been a happy boy yesterday as well. Cardinia getting the points over Safety Bay, down at Safety Bay. Not the easiest task for Premier League to go down to Safety Bay and win.
Well, as usual, the breeze was up again yesterday, and obviously if it's up in the metro area, it's going to be blowing at Safety Bay.
So 2 removed, yeah, for sure. 2 removed. This is the first end of this one. And they are measuring for that third. From our vantage point, it looks like it's just 2, but we are a fair way away. Two confirmed. So 2 shots to Steve Novak and Cameron Green to get us scoring in the final round. I think it's been a magic day overall. We're just talking about the weather, but just the day in general, talking to a few people in the break there, they've all been really pleased with the day, Ken, and how it's gone, the general feeling of positivity around the place, and yeah, it's been a really great day.
Yeah, it certainly has been really good feeling. As I said earlier on, a little bit like the Intonations, which is played, good banter, happy people, good bowls, really nice venue, and just obviously not so much a cause, but a really great project.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that was shown by the fact that Danielle and Donna, we understood they were going to be here till about 2 o'clock the stage, or nearly the last end of that last game. Just that's the vibe that's around the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Just had a quiet drink and chat with some newfound friends, and I said Danny in trance with the bowls, really. Obviously a sports person, I should be saying.
Yep.
And absolutely no doubt enjoyed not only the occasion, but just the feeling really around the club.
Just caught the outside edge of the front there for no real result. Tanya saying, I'm sorry to ask, but how many ends do they play? And they play as many as they can play in an hour and a quarter, Tanya. It's a fair question, actually. It's a fair question. You would normally watch bowls and you'd say, well, how many ends have they played? How many have they got to go? Well, it's all about the time limit. So that's the time limit you see on the screen ticking down. So they will count down to a finish, and however many ends they've played is how many they will play. So it may not be the same across every rink. But we aren't counting ends in that sense at all. It's all score that matters. So margins will be the final determiner of fate. And these two teams are going to be right in the mix. We won't be far off having those results, I would think. Denise will have been not a long break between games, so Denise would have collected all of those, and she'll be just tabulating those results right now. And once we've got them, we will bring them to you. And I think you're going to find that these sides won't be far off first and second on the table.
Yeah, I think these two, and as we said, the game that we streamed prior to this.
Yes.
Also undefeated.
Eddie Gollan and Mark Rollins. And it'll be interesting to see how the Pervan and Clark team went, because they were up there as well. Is he finding a way around? Just caught
everything but
too much. So couple is the call from Steve.
So either way around that front yellow was the call. Cameron decides to play the forehand, try and get between the orange and yellow.
I'll tell you what, if his weight's good, he's very good.
Up and over that one, so it makes 3.
Well, can he find a way here?
Can promote his own, up
Certainly
and over,
has.
that's good enough.
Well played. Looking across the green, I can see that the Rainbow Hats have survived the day, Ken. There's still plenty of people adorning their bucket hat that they were given as part of this event.
Yep, very colourful. You've gone the green, I see, Clive.
I've gone the green.
I like the pale blue.
Yeah, I like
aqua.
the blue too.
We'll have to take that to Brizzy tomorrow. Righto. Steve, see if he can promote a host of his bowls, like a little wall there, and
Well, as he opened the door and barged on through, it's close. He basically put a bowl through there, opened the gap and went right.
part of the waters.
It is very close.
Gut feeling is that, yeah, because he just signals he has the single shot still.
Yeah, but it's his bowl, so he might be slightly biased.
Yep. It's the call. Hits that yellow on the noggin, then the shot bowl should get flicked out. Playing with a couple of metres of extra weight. Having a good look at it too.
Needs it to get down a bit, I think. Well, it did. That's enough for shot.
Gee whiz.
That's enough for a definite shot. And perhaps, yeah, in a bit of danger. Does not want to catch the yellow bowl and pop their own out here, Brad. He wants to be a bit careful. Look, well, this has got some weight on. Oh, it's wide. Well, there's a bad result available for them there, but it'll just be the one. So that's one more on the board to Novak and Green. They lead at 3 shots to nil after 2 ends have been played. And as we said, no limit on the number of ends we will play. Purely time limit.
Cam Green's first bowl. More than solid. Good shot. Couple of feet behind Jack. Cam Green looking to replicate his first bowl. Again up on the narrower backhand. It looks like he's played this pretty well. Might just run out of puff up into the breeze. It has. David Cosgrove out in that swinging forehand. He's played it pretty well. Yeah, looks like David Cosgrove has drawn shot with that last bowl. That sandy coloured bowl is just in front of the yellow. Steve Novak searching again up on this backhand. Terrific line. Needs to run the journey. Inch by inch. Quite got there. Not quite. Perfect line. Brad Pearce again, terrific line. Looks like he's just falling short. No, two was the signal from Cosgrove. Doesn't look it from this angle. Certainly put the two fingers up, but then the orange did fall.
Okay. Well, it's a bit closer than we are, though, Ken.
Yes. Well, I think the sandy one was the shot only by a fraction. That's a good. Well, that must be.
Oh, it's going sideways at the end, but it's in the area.
Well, it's got to be second shot at worst.
Another one that just drifts under. We've seen that a fair bit today. Oop, rogue bowl next door. Nearly took out the jack next door, but quick enough movement to stop it. Yeah, that hand's been hard to find. There's certainly a tight line there, and there's also a wide line there. It's been challenging.
Yeah,
and the breeze has contributed to that.
An awful lot of bowls just cutting across the head a metre short.
And this is another one of those.
Yeah.
No harm done with the edge, but
again, just failing to make the distance. Let's see if Brad can
it's
just throw it out there on the half a metre.
It's one of those things, us watching from here, Ken, this is where it's so easy to say, well, why don't I just throw it out a bit further? When you're out there, it's just not that simple.
No, and there's another one. All just pinching that extra metre and a half of weight to get around that sort of side blue and white bowl. It certainly needs, I think, Clive, to be around that bowl that's poking out there by itself.
Yeah, certainly. Let's see if Cameron can find that.
In fact, it's probably almost on the draw line.
The wind's really died down on this one. It'll be interesting to see if this gets back.
It's coming. Coming.
Well, it just nestled on that back bowl but didn't fall in. Just carrying a little bit there for Cozzy. The line was actually pretty good. So, it's Cameron out there again. It looks like he's on a pretty good line here. Oh, this is a good bowl, I think. I think this is a very good bowl. Great shot from Cameron Green. Rests right on the jack. I think the only choice here is attack, Ken. They've got the back of the rink.
Can you get through the front?
Well, Cozzy's sitting back there on the spot.
He's playing backhand.
Yep, backhand looking for the bowl of the jack. Absolutely. He's in the area. Needs to get down a bit. Okay. So, there's one. There's your blue hat nearly lands in my lap.
Right, trying to take off.
Now, I think they've only removed one so far. And was thrown by a blue hat coming at me at fast speed. What's the verdict here? It looks close. One is the call, so another one on the board. 4 shots to nil. Now, we do have the standings on screen by the look of it. So, Hartshaw and Barnett are on 9 points. That's 3 wins. Pervin and Clark are ahead of them, but where are we with Pearce and Cosgrove? 9 points plus 25. And Novak and Green are 9 points plus 20. So, wow, it is tight because we've got 9 wins plus 22 up there at Team 7. 9 wins plus 28, Rollings and Gollan. 9 wins plus 25, 9 points, plus 25, Pervin and Clark. Gee, it is tight. We have got 5 teams that have won all their games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all between plus 20 and plus 28. So the leaders in the competition at the moment are Mark Rollings and Eddie Gollan with a plus 28. Wow.
They're on D1. So
it is coming down to the wire. Ken Pride nearly decapitates me as he heads out, and we welcome in Stuart Aubrey, MLA. How are you, Stuart?
Well, good, thank you. It's great to be down here.
Isn't it? What an atmosphere this is. I know you arrived about 10 minutes ago. You've been walking around soaking up a bit of the atmosphere. It's a pretty great vibe around the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing turnout. I was just come down, this club's always a pretty good vibe and good turnout normally on any day. It's really great to see how many people have come down to be a part of this. It's fantastic.
Yeah, look, we've had a fantastic day, and look, I guess the key message around the whole day has been, inclusion, about respect for people. How important is it in our clubs for respecting our community, and that's what our whole project is about, reflecting and respecting the community. So important in clubland.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, sporting clubs make such a positive impact on the broader community in terms of well-being across WA. The impact that sporting clubs across the state make on our economy, but on the well-being of the community is like instrumental to the community around Scarborough, but also across WA. And being able to bring and make sure that they are seen as inclusive and people are welcome to come in and be a part of them, so they can then benefit from the well-being benefits that sports brings, but also clubs bring and the community it brings too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cozzy here, I know you're a friend of Cozzy's, so he's on the live stream, right in the mix for winning this event as well, might I add. They're right in the mix, these two, Brad and Cozzy. So both of these two teams that we're covering here have won all three of their games so far, so it's a really... We couldn't have scripted it any better in terms of live streaming the rink. And we had a very powerful message delivered at lunchtime with Daniel Laidley. So honest and such a thought-provoking message is what I took from it. Just makes you think of things in a different light, really. You know, and how we can be better, and how we can all be better in the way we, whether it's judge people or, we don't need to judge. We just need to accept people for who they are and on face value.
Yeah, it's Danny's story is a really raw but powerful one, and she tells it so passionately and openly to everybody, knowing that we can all learn from her experiences and grow from them. And that also, her experience as a coach, she can deliver it so well to so many people. I've been at the Crown luncheon on Pride Month with her, and that room is 1,000 people in it, and it is so hard to keep the room quiet. But as soon as Daddy gets up there and starts speaking, you can hear a pin drop.
I'm just about to say the same thing inside there. I don't know whether mesmerising is quite the right word, but she just had the crowd in her hands, and at the finish, you get up to say a few words, the crowd wouldn't stop clapping. It was just inside there. It's just brilliant, and exactly what we wanted out of a day like today is to get people thinking, and to get people thinking in a different way, and to think about the impact of each other's actions. That's a key message in what we're looking at. Yeah. Great effort here, and Cozzy has come up with the goods right there. Great shot. Yeah, opportunities to encourage people to get along to clubs and things like that, and just to encourage clubs to think about their demographic that's in their area, whatever demographic that might be, that they choose to want to engage with, and think about how they can either make some slight changes to the way they do things, or advertise their club in a slightly different way that's going to bring more people to their club. Yeah,
it's really good to see in this day, especially in recent times. Obviously, there's probably about 50 clubs across my electorate of Scarborough, and you go to every single one of them, and they're all seeking to try and expand and welcome new people into the clubs. Like Scarborough Surf Club does Starfish Nippers, which is taking kids with disabilities into the ocean with one-on-one support with a lifesaver. Trig Surf Club does Silver Salties, which is seniors and getting them back in the ocean, and then Doubleview Bowling Club, and props to Cozzy because he's been a big spearhead of this. Big spearhead of lots of really good things at Doubleview Bowling Club.
What a shot that is! Sorry,
you're right.
Stuart.
No,
great shot from Brad Pierce, who's another wonderful leader of the WVU club.
El Presidente.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, and you need champions for these things. You need someone with the passion to get behind them, and that's what I love about the crowd we've got today across all three greens. Is that they're people that are invested, and want to see change and want to see great things happen.
I mean, there's so many different coloured shirts from so many different clubs across WA that have come to Doubleview today, and they're all going to go back to their clubs and talk about it. And talk about what they heard from Danny, talk about the experience they've had here today.
Exactly.
And it makes such a big impact.
Well, bowl up onto Jack, and Jack spurts back. Now, that's landed right in the middle of nowhere, really. Brad's going to have his work cut out to find a way in here. Be interested to see how many shots that actually is at the moment, because It's landed right in the middle. Have you played much bowls, Stuart? Have you had a bit of a go?
I have. I'm not terribly good, but I've got a couple of bowling clubs, including North Beach Bowling Club,
Yes.
Doubleview, Scarborough Sporties Club, and Illu Sportsman's Club. I do get down every now and again and have a punt, but my mum's actually a member of Denmark Bowls Club, so whenever I'm
yes.
down there, she likes to take me down for give me a flogging.
So confirm that is 2 shots to Pearce and Cosgrove. So they get themselves on the board. They trail 4 shots to 2. But important encounter, as I say, an hour and 15 the time limit on the match. So 42 minutes left in this one. And some great clubs in your region actually.
Yeah, absolutely. North Beach is it's a strong one as well.
Very successful club. Another well-managed club as well. All right, Cozzy, we'll see what Cozzy can come up with here with his first attempt on this end. So what other exciting things can you talk about in your area, Stuart?
Ooh, in the Scarborough electorate.
Yeah.
In terms of clubs.
Yeah.
Where do I start?
Have a think about it. But, it's... look, I just think, we dreamt of what this day might look like, and it really has delivered.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. I've got some amazing clubs in my electorate, such like North Beach Soccer Club. They're pretty spectacular when it comes to, like, their membership was about 600 a couple of years ago, and then we got them new lighting across for their Charles Riley Reserve.
Oh, yes.
And they've been able to expand their teams and grow to about 850 members now. And one of the big thing about lighting, and Doubleview's been a recipient of it, we've done the Night Lights program through through the CSRFF programs, and that's one that I'm pretty proud that a lot of my clubs have benefited from. If it's either through election commitments or CSRFF, clubs have got lights, and it's in an area like Scarborough where we're growing so much in terms of population and density. There's not enough land to put any new sporting clubs. There is no land to put new sporting clubs in. So the best way to expand our opportunity to play sports is by getting lighting.
Open up more time frames to be able to play.
And one of the biggest things is that for like North Beach Soccer Club, Wembley Down Soccer Club, Scarborough Football Club, all who have had their lights upgraded recently, the people that were being impacted the most was the women's sides that were coming on. And now that they've got the lighting, they could open up so many more slots and include much more women's teams.
Absolutely. It's fantastic, and certainly, the bowling clubs work hard to get grants, things like that, and then when they do get them, it's so pleasing to see them then use that to grow their clubs and offer more people the opportunity to get involved in sport in general. And, we know that people are more picky with their time because they generally have less of it. So if you can provide more opportunities and, to go out for whether it's an hour at night to kick a ball around or to roll a bowl or to be active, that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what it does is it creates the thirst for more. So you give people a taste of a sport and they say, all right, well, maybe I will adjust what I do in my life to play that sport a bit more.
Yeah.
But they need to get the taste first.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that, for me, like, I joined Scarborough Surf Club about 7 years ago, and when I joined them, it was life-changing. You suddenly went from, I was in Scarborough, had mates around the area, but I wasn't embedded in the community and had a community until I joined the club. And suddenly I had a big second family around me that,
absolutely,
they're there for you in the good times, there for you in the bad times. And, my surrogate mum at the surf club, she's the emergency contact in my phone these days because my mum's down in Denmark. So it just becomes your second family. So the clubs are so important.
Actually, we didn't touch on Denmark. There's a nice little club down there, isn't it? It's still a fairly new club down there, isn't it? That was rebuilt and so forth, I think.
Yeah,
Denmark Riverside Club.
Right there on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful.
Got a funny story about Denmark, actually.
Oh, yeah? Is it tellable on here?
Yeah, no, I can tell that story. Aaron Clark, who's just sitting a little over to the side there, he's one of our marketing guys at Bowls WA, and he said his partner was planning a trip to Denmark, and he said, and he's from England, so he's not really aware of.
Yeah.
He said, well, when are you going to Denmark? And she said, oh, probably a week or two. I said, how are you going to Denmark in a week or two? Didn't realise there was a town in southern WA called Denmark, and you're going in a week or two. How are you going to do that? You know,
Packing everything up, off you go.
you need a passport. You know, no, it's funny stuff.
Yeah. No, it does happen a lot.
He's just woken up and he's now saying, "What are they talking about me?" Yes. So are you into sport yourself, Stuart?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm a clubby at Scarborough, so I do patrols and bronze medallion sort of stuff down the beach once a month, but also do Ocean Heroes as well, which
Excellent.
is a charity that takes kids with autism surfing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, really helps their resilience and confidence and and mental well-being as well as physical as well. So.
Oh, Cosy just passing through the gap there and gets nothing. There's just that little gap there on that forehand, and he found his way right through. Now, Cameron Green, he's on this wide side, looking to get down off an edge now, and just misses the edge. So, see what Cosy can come up with his last. I think what the great thing we've shown today is that this is a great effort. Cameron's just got the one ball left. What we've done today is we've played some different formats as well. So while we're playing pairs, we've played 3-bowl pairs. We're now in a 2-4-2 format. We're playing to a timed game rather than a designated number of ends. It's all about showing you can do things differently and do things to suit time limits rather than necessarily mandating exactly how many ends you'll play and all that sort of stuff. Bit of flexibility. There's Cameron right in the area here and passes just through the gap as well. So we'll wait for the signal. I'm not entirely sure how many this is. There's 2 pushed out already for the double view pairing. And that was part of the goal today, to show that things don't always have to be done to the script. You know, you can do things differently.
Yeah, you can
Mix it up to suit.
Make things work.
And that's what a lot of sports are looking to do, isn't it? Is to find those alternative formats that bring more people into the sport, that because it just suits them.
It's a ongoing challenge for many clubs, many bowling clubs especially, but ones that tend to cater towards more senior parts of the community. And if they don't change, they can't attract the new younger members in that are going to keep the club going, that can do the volunteering work like Cosy does. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's absolutely important that they need to change a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit to accommodate and bring new people in. 3
shots that was to Pearce and Cosgrove, so they'll be enjoying the fact that you joined the stream, because they've won the last 2 ends while you've been here and lead 5-4 now.
Turns out I'm a good luck charm.
Yeah. Great starter here from Brad Pearce, just trickles in behind, very handy. I mean, even if we look at the surface that we're on, these surfaces are, I guess, reinventing clubs in their own way. You know, the synthetic surfaces, so less reliance on either paid staff or volunteer staff to maintain the greens. Of course, Aaron Faulkner does a wonderful job on the grass greens here, but the more we see the synthetic surfaces come in, just takes that pressure off a little bit more certainty in terms of where money's going and things like that. And you talked about CSR FF earlier on. It's been so crucial in a lot of these facilities, a lot of these wonderful facilities we have.
Yeah, no, North Beach was only last year received 80,000 to have theirs upgraded.
Yep.
So their last one upgraded synthetic.
Yeah, and that's when they'll recognise. That's when they'll truly recognise the true savings you get, or the true benefits you can have. Now they'll put money away so that they can replace those greens when they come away. So the focus turns to more a sinking fund and things like that, rather than maintaining the grass as well as having the synthetic. So when you truly get to fully synthetic, it just allows you to recognise those benefits a little bit more.
Absolutely, and clubs being a bit more self-sufficient, it's so hard these days. It's something that's pretty common across like schools as well, and a lot of clubs. It's hard to find people to volunteer in the in the canteen. Just behind it takes a lot of people behind the works to actually make the day go successfully, and it's harder and harder these days to find people to do that volunteering. So you need the cost to be able to pay for things in place of that.
Certainly a big shout out to all the volunteers that do a great job. We certainly appreciate it, and sport in general wouldn't be where it is without people that are willing to give their time, that is for sure. Well, currently 3 shots to Brad Pearce and David Cosgrove, but the back of the rink belongs to Cameron and Steve. Now, doesn't really want the jack. We only got a little bit of it, so no real harm done. It might only be 1 or 2 now, but no real harm done yet. And you've got teams far and wide here as well. That's the great thing about the message we've got out today, and we'll continue to work on, is that we've got teams from I'm not sure we've got too many country teams here today, but we've certainly got teams from from Rockingham.
Yeah, saw Rockingham,
yeah,
Midland.
Yeah, Midland, Morrison, another one. Well, I mean, last game we had Eddie Gollan, who was a member of the WA Para Nationals team that went away three weeks ago to the Nationals, 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and playing against an under 18 young lady from Midland, Morrison. Just all the different aspects of our great sport. Because you'll be staying on hand to do the presentations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah.
Especially
if these two keep it up.
Yeah. Can't show any bias in here. All right. But the outcome of this game is going to be really crucial to the overall result. One of them is going to be well and truly in the mix. The loser might drop down the table a little bit, but the winner's going to be right in the mix for the winner's check.
What is the prize today?
$1,000 for the first prize winners, so $500 each. So certainly nothing to sneeze at there for a day's work.
Absolutely.
We'll pay down to 4th place plus some round winners, so there's a little bit of money on the table. All right, 2 more bowls each. We'll play this in, and we might let you go and mingle for a little bit, Stuart. And
yeah, I can go yell at Cozzy for a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's one of the characters of our sport, which we need. Brad played 2 good bowls earlier in the end. Can he find another couple in here? He's not far away with this. This is right in the area. Doesn't really want the jack and didn't get it, and settles in there. So this is a good 3 or 4 shots to the Double View boys at the moment. See if Steve can come up with something to save the day. Now he's on the forehand side. And he's just going to drift under. They've seen that line hard to find all day. And the breeze up doesn't really help that. One thing you can nearly always rely on at Double View is the breeze in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
The first ones to find it being so close to the coast. It's all right on a 40-degree day. You sort of appreciate it. 25-degree day, you could go without.
Yeah. You're going to cop the sun soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think. All right, Steve, this is a big bowl. in the scheme of things. He's got the last bowl of the end. He's down at least 3. It's potentially 4. All right, so it's going to be weight, I think. It's going to be weight looking for the edge or looking for the jack. Edge of the bowl or the jack. Based on Cameron's call, he said if you kill it, it's worth 3. Because if he does kill the end, we respot. He's very close. He is super close. What a shot. Jack all the way to the back. Now it hasn't killed. But this is going to be a huge turnaround. 4 shots. Wow. Goes from 4 down to 4 up. Well, that is amazing. Look, we might
very interesting.
We might let you get around and say hello to a few people, Stuart.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries,
and
thanks for having
I'll
us.
see you at presentations time.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Thanks, mate. All right, that sun is just about to creep in underneath the shade, so Stuart's probably happy that I've let him go. All right, what a turnaround. Steve Novak with a bowl that could prove the difference maker. 4 down to 4 up. And really had nothing more than a bare jack to get. And got it absolutely perfectly. Looking for a little bit of jack there, because he just passes underneath the front. As I welcome back in Ken Pride, and yes, you're there, Ken. Massive shot in the last end. I'm not sure whether you saw that from inside, but 4 down. Steve Novak gets the jack to the back of the rink, 4 up.
No, I missed that.
Incredible.
Well done.
And, you know, we just know that, I mean, what do we got left on the clock? 26 minutes left on the clock, just under 26 minutes left. And those sorts of shots are going to prove crucial in the overall scheme of things. As we just move back a little bit to get out of that sun, that is going to just about get us home, I reckon. With 25 minutes left on the clock, we should be pretty good now. So, Steve Novak with a bit of room to draw the shot here. David Cosgrove currently holding a couple. Can he find his way in here? Needs to run the trip now. I don't think it's going to get any easier out on that hand either, Ken, with the breeze pretty constant.
Work off, no, just didn't like that. Pumped Steve's bowl in, probably for shot.
Absolutely. Nice getting some insights from Stuart Aubrey. Certainly pretty proud of his clubs in the Scarborough region. Nice shot here. This is well played from Steve. Just needs it to finish off now. Yeah, just blew a tyre a little bit at the end. Just got caught out on that narrower side.
Looks like got the trip, Clive.
Oh, Brad's right in the zone here. Right in the zone for the
Under
jack.
that. Oh,
Just
everything but. Everything but.
Big weight from Kevin Crow next door. Misses.
I think
Steve
he's going to
Novak.
get hung up again.
Oh, he's done enough, I think. Yeah, that'll be 2. So suddenly, from looking like they might have been in a bit of strife, they'd lost 2 ends in a row. They were 4 down. Steve Novak played the big shot, and suddenly this game's turned, and the pressure's on the double view combination. Atmosphere certainly building here at double view. A few more people around, availing themselves the opportunity to come down for a Sunday afternoon drink.
Yes, nice little family function out around the corner, Clive. It's
Fantastic.
20 people or so with some.
Steve
That's
in
a
the zone
fine shot
again.
here.
Yeah, caught a little edge off the front, but that was enough to get him to right round to the back of the jack. He was certainly in the area without the little edge.
No, good atmosphere. People out the front of the club enjoying. Brought some snacks down and quiet drink. Kids running around. Great stuff. Brad gets down. No, he can't chop Cozzy's bowl in.
This is a tough one to get at. So Cameron hasn't changed anything with that one, but he didn't really need to. It's Cozzy that's got to find a way in here. 3 down 8-5 on the board.
Like his pace, Clive.
Yeah, his line's not great though, Cam. What's he doing off the edge of that?
Oh,
Well, that's probably, might have got him for second shot. Yeah, it has. It's made second shot, so albeit a little bit fortunate, but crashed his way in there. Still, Cameron's got a good shot to play here because he can roll up the front bowls or just trickle round.
he's played this pretty well. If he's going to get off the orange.
He's played it really well.
Yep. Well, and got Jack onto the jack. That's a cracking shot. Exactly what Steve Novak called for.
And completely covered in front. This is a tricky shot. A little bit of debate over the shot to play.
Whatever it will be, it's got to have weight. It's got to get through those front bowls, hopefully onto their own, push their own up onto the jack.
Just has to negotiate the yellow bowl to start with. Now he's very close to this. What's he got? Well, he's popped the jack out to the side. He'll have limited the damage. I think it might be 1 down. Yeah,
No, the
so he
mighty
did-
fine shot.
Yeah, it was. Certainly saved one. 9-5 is now the lead to Novak and Green. And we have just under 20 minutes left on the clock. So 20 minutes left on the clock. 2-4-2 pairs format. I expect we'd get 3 ends. Which means the trailing 9-5. Brad Pearce and David Cosgrove probably need to win those 3 ends to win the match. Otherwise, it really becomes at least a 5-shot difference with 2 ends left to score on if they don't win all 3 ends. So They need to make their move now.
And you would think, even if they did win all 3 ends, the margin's only going to be 1 or 2, which may not be enough if those other 3 sides, win their games.
Winning, yeah, true. Yep.
So either of these 2 teams probably need a 7 or 8 shot margin to think they're a real hunt for the number 1 prize today.
Yeah, well, given the fact we had those 5 sides all 8 shots apart, it's anyone's. What it does mean is the loser of this one, it could be bad news for the loser of this one because they might struggle to stay in the top 4.
Now we're tumbling down the pecking order, you would think. And there could be an awful lot of sides with 3 wins with big pluses. One of those sides, Clive, 3 wins and a lot of pluses is right next door to them. The Cambridge side that we saw very early this morning, who had a lot of shots up, but dropped a game.
I think they might have dropped 2 games. Ken?
Oh, it's second game as well. Okay. Well, that would definitely put them out of it.
So Brad Pearce holding shot here. Can Cozzy add another one and put a little bit of pressure on Cam Green? His weight looks really good. He's played it really well. That is a great shot. So 2 shots to the double view pairing at the moment. Cameron Green searching down here, just looking for a bit of jack movement. Finds it, but it bounces to Brad's bowl to still be 1 to double view. But a lot harder now for double view to get any numbers out of this. Just when it was looking like, because he might draw for a third and set something up. It's now pretty tricky to get another one in here because he's given it a chance. He's given it a big chance. What's he got? Oh, he's given shot away. That is dreadfully unlucky. Needed to play it confidently. And had good results for movement of jack, but not for the outside edge of the bowl.
Yep. Probably won't quite get there, this one.
So now they've got to work out exactly what options they've got here. The jack where it is for the double view combo is not good. They can't get jack moving anywhere backwards while it's sitting right on the front of that bowl. So they'll be looking to just nudge jack a little bit sideways. I don't know that Cozzy's out to the line here to do that. I think for Novak and Green, the last thing they want to do is move jack here. That's a very, very safe spot for it to be on the front of the bowl. Only really going sideways, and sideways isn't really a problem for them. And there's a great effort, just come up 2 feet short of the jack. It's a tough ask. The yellow really isn't going anywhere. If it's nudged, it's it's locked in really by those 3 bowls sitting just sort of off behind it.
Somehow needs really to get the jack onto the yellow and kick it out
Yeah.
sort of sideways. Might get them some sort of result, but trying to get that jack fine enough to kick it then out sideways off the yellow bowl, pretty tough.
It's a really good setup for Steve Novak and Cameron Green here.
Particularly given the
scoreline
and the 13 minutes that is left.
So Brad's got to find some magic here with these 2 bowls. I think you'll find that Steve won't be going too close to this with his last bowl unless he has to. See what Brad Pearce can produce with this one and give himself a chance. So he's gone hunting, but I don't know that line is going to do the job. It's just going to drop away. Wasn't far away. Now, there's just nothing for the back of the rink. That's the problem, because those 2 bowls at the front just stop any big weight from being used. Despite the fact that the double view pairing's probably got a couple on the tee, they can't get the jack there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there. That's what
Yep.
was called for, in case it does somehow get sprung out to the side.
Covers the squeeze. So Cozzy has proposed the hit, but the trouble is, how do you get to the hit? Yeah, just a really hard shot. It just shows when that jack just bounced to the side, it just went to a really awkward spot for the double view pairing, and that'll be 1 more on the board to Novak and Green. That is now a 10-5 advantage. There's 11 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock, which I think, given the fact that I said 18, it was about 18 minutes when we started that last end, maybe 19 minutes. I think we've got 2 ends left.
Yeah, well, that was certainly around. It was a pretty rock solid 10 ends, wasn't it? The round 2.
Yeah.
With the 2-4-2 structure.
Yeah, they've kept this one moving.
Yes, true.
A 10-5 scoreline means Pearce and Cosgrove need at least a 2 or a 3 on this end to give themselves a chance, and certainly for Novak and Green, the thing is, the key is here in a tournament format. Novak and Green can't be happy with just a 5-shot win.
No.
They've got to try and extend that lead.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think back. I don't think they were they certainly weren't the 20 plus 28.
Yeah.
I think they were one of the 22s or something like that. So they will want to win by 10 if they can squeeze 5 more shots out of the next 2 ends.
We might see if Dean can bring that back up for us, the leaderboard after the 3 rounds. We might wait until after the next bowl of David Cosgrove, and while they're changing ends, we'll see if we can bring that up. Of course, we don't know what's happening on the other rinks.
No, and I think what we can probably agree is that Pearce and Cosgrove, I don't think can win the competition.
All right, let's see if we can get those. Yeah, there they are. So Pearce and Cosgrove were plus 25. Novak and Green were plus 20. Now, bearing in mind the winner, so yeah, I think you're right, Ken. It would depend on those other results, but it's going to be a very interesting finish.
You'd think they would need another 5.
Yeah.
To get up to the 30 mark, and then hope for the results go their way.
Well, because he's done the job with his first 2 bowls, that's all he can do to start with. Wouldn't expect Steve to be too far away, though. Might just be carrying a little bit there, so still 2 to Cozzy.
Good shot here.
Yeah, certainly
This will
is.
count.
Doesn't want jack
Doesn't
now.
want any jack and won't get it. So there's a good 3.
Now the call from Cameron Green is you've got the wall to play to. Look to get down to it. The movement of jack. Movement of jack now for Steve Novak would be huge because he could take those 3 bowls completely out of the game.
Is he arriving,
With
Clive?
a metre trail. He's not bad. Is he getting far enough? No is the answer. Forces of change of hand for Brad Pearce.
Not a mile away.
It got back further than he thought it was going to get,
Yeah,
I think.
so.
This is framed now. Steve's last bowl frames that target a little bit, so if he just plays underneath his own bowl, he's got all sorts of chances.
More legs here. Does he pick the hole? Oh, no, he hasn't. He's got a result out of that.
Oh, that was that last bowl that I said framed it up, and it's exactly what happened. Yeah, Brad needs a little trail of the jack now because that last bowl of Steve's is the shot.
Played it pretty well.
Needs it to hang on. Well, it's still a good setup for double view. Steve's got a decision to make here, yep, and Cameron's calling him forehand to try and change that just behind the jack. That's what he's looking to do, just get a bowl in behind the jack and cover that trail for 4 or 5.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, here's the shot, Clive. This is the one. 2-foot trail for 6.
Can he find the jack?
Not a mile away either.
Tell you what, it's not quite going to get down. The
Yeah.
weight was perfect.
Well,
Sits there, that's okay.
2-foot trail for 7 now.
Slightly more options. Just a couple more options covered with the jack movement.
Now, do you play their shot, Clive, and get amongst them, or
It's not what he's doing. It is an option. It's not what he's chosen to do. He's looking to get one in there and cover. And he's in the area to do so. He's played it really well. It doesn't really change it. There's still a trail there for 4 or 5.
Yep. The game really is in the next 3 bowls.
Can Cozzy be the hero is the question. It's not an awful line. It's going to have to work back from there though on that tight hand. Not quite. Tell you what, he gave that a chance. That was good weight. Find a way to get some jack movement. Down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock.
Interesting suggestion then for Cameron. Do I just hit the pack?
Seen it done.
Well, hit the pack, and clearly then he'll be taking plenty of their close bowls out.
Certainly seen it done in the past. Ken, when there's a threat, whack the pack and get rid of the threat.
Well, he's going to play the backhand. Try and sit on that orange bowl at about 11 o'clock.
Tell you what, he's given it a show.
He played that tremendously well.
Well, he has.
And get it straight back to the orange now for 4.
This is huge. The temptation will be to cut this too tight. He's not too tight. But I don't know that he's going to get back. just on the outside line. So it's going to be another 2 on the board, we believe. Is that it? 2 it is. So it's a 12-5 lead to Novak and Green. We have 3.5 minutes left on the clock, so this will be the final end.
Now, all thoughts really now are the margin.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
Set up Novak and Green for a potential major prize.
They were essentially the furthest back of the teams that had won all their games.
So at worst, we agree they're in the top 5.
Yes.
We have 6 sides, was it, Clive, that were 9 points?
We had 5.
Okay, so top 4.
Correct. Pretty good start here. As I say, normally in a knockout style tournament, Novak and Green would look at this, the 7-shot lead, just make sure we don't drop a one, drop a number, nothing silly, Here they want to score as many shots as they can in the tournament format, because what they do right here could be the difference between the big money and a prize further down the line. And they would virtually have no idea of where they really stand at the moment with all the games going on at once.
So very fine shot here coming in.
Just caught the wrong side of the shot bowl, so still 1 down.
Boys just pulling up a touch short. Been a longish day, getting a little tired at the end of it all.
Right. Cameron looking to add 4 feet. It looks like he's going to crash into something. Well, we are just about to get the whistle to complete the round.
Whistle lady out, is she ready to go?
And that whistle
He's
can
had
go in
enough.
the bin after today.
That whistle has had enough, hasn't it? That's turned his toes up, that whistle.
That is the sickest whistle.
It's been in my drawer for 15 years, so I'm not surprised it's not firing on all 4 cylinders.
So the whistle has gone. Last ends are being played.
Playing with weight here, Clive, through the pack.
And very close to getting a result. Well, burst through. Still 1 to the orange bowl of Brad Pearce. We should say once again, Ken, a big thank you to the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries and LotteryWest for their grant towards the Reflecting and Respecting Our Community project, of which this is just a first step in terms of what we'll be looking to do out amongst clubland, and there will be forums and opportunities for clubs to adopt their clubs and adapt their clubs and learn some techniques to invite more people into their club.
Yep, absolutely. We'll be out and about with Jen, who will be tasked, as we see this, not doing much, tasked with the process. And the whole exercise really about increasing participation in the sport. So education and participation is what it's all about. Today's been just a wonderful start to all of that. Thank Doubleview Bowling Club for their hospitality.
Certainly.
Don't have many better lunches than we had today, I've got to be honest.
It was great, wasn't it?
Obviously, Danny Lady, just fantastic today. A lot of people have come up and spoken to us since, as we see this from Cozzy. Nice shot. A lot of people come up, really quite emotional after that fantastic delivery. So that's what it was all about. Been a great day. Good job again, Clive, as we've got 4 bowls left in this game.
And, of course, a reminder to everyone to cheer on the Perth Suns over the next week. And BPL, the Rinkside Live action will start, I don't have the times on me, but it'll be around about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I think, Perth time. Check out the Bowls Australia socials. For that, I know the schedule's up on the socials. I might just have a quick look at that so we can let people know when they can watch.
Because a little bit different this year, Clive, there's a live stream as well as the TV rinks.
Well, we've had live stream all along, but you're talking about the night games where there is an extra night game streamed as well. So, yeah, certainly. Look at that. Didn't need to check. 11 o'clock it is.
There
11 a.m. And no Perth Suns on the live stream tomorrow, but certainly you'll be able to keep track of everything that's going on. And then I know the Sunnies are on Tuesday on the live stream. Well, Jack goes out.
That's a cracking shot.
Out of bounds. It'll go back on the tee. What a way to finish with a bit of a one-bowl draw-off. No chance that, of too many numbers being made, but this bowl could be really important for Steve Novak.
Absolutely.
These are the bowls where you don't really realise the impact until you hear the results.
I'm not sure that's got the journey, Clive.
Oh, I think it has. I think it has.
Oh, no, you did right.
That is a great shot.
Gee, the breeze sprung up just as I said.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long day, Ken. Big thank you to Lomax Productions for looking after us today as well. They've done a sterling job, as they always do. We know we can rely on them to get the job done each and every time they're involved, so we appreciate their assistance. That looks like it's 2 shots. We'll just have a look. 2 it is.
2 it is.
So 14-5, the final scoreline there. That is going to conclude our coverage for the Rainbow Versatility pairs. Sorry, no. I don't know what the W boys are trying to say.
I think they asked, is there a final?
Something about a final, but
we've had enough, so we're not staying.
The 4 rounds have been completed, and we will declare our winners very shortly inside the clubhouse. But Ken, thank you for your day. It's been a pleasure as usual.
Thank you, Clive. Good job.
Big thank you to everyone involved in this event. It's been a massive success. The Rainbow Versatility pairs, I think I can confidently say, is here to stay, and it'll only be bigger and better after this. Keep an eye out on the Bowls Australia, the Bowls WA Facebook page for all the results, and the website and so forth for all the opportunities for your club to get involved in more things to promote inclusion in our clubs. But it is a sign-off from the Rainbow Versatility pairs from the WB Bowling Club. Big thank you to everyone that's tuned in throughout the day, and we will catch you next time.